So, Brandon, just quickly before we touch on today's game, obviously we didn't get a chance to have a chat on Tuesday night. Yeah. Obviously ahead for quite a while in that game, and then a last-minute goal to pull us back to a 1-1 draw. What were your thoughts on that game, and how did you sort of take that and move on into today's game?
To be fair, I thought it was a game of two halves on Tuesday. First half, I thought we were in control, and we created quite a few chances and deservedly went in 1-0 up. Second half was very different. They got on top, they kept the ball very well, and we stopped playing how we usually do, to be honest. We sat back and tried to defend the lead. To be fair to the lads, we did defend really well, and it was just last kick of the game, it was hard to take, but in the grand scheme, good point away from home against second in the league. We knew we had to move on quickly, and that's what we did today.
Yeah, just thinking about the mindset heading into this game, obviously, you know, as you said, last kick of the game Tuesday night, had 3 points taken off us, you know, dropped down to 1. But then again, if you're drawing games against second in the league, how does that actually affect your mindset? Did it sort of negatively affect you that you dropped 2 points, or were you still thinking, well, you know, we've still held our own against second here?
Yeah, well, in the moment it was hard to take because, like we say, it was 1-0 up the whole game. 93rd minute they scored the equaliser, so it did feel like 2 points dropped. But like I said, in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it from the outside, it is a good point, and we know that we're hard to beat. Obviously, we've gone 11 games unbeaten in the league now, so we will take them. We'll take a point away from home against one of the possible contenders up there with us.
And again, moving on to today's game, obviously the lads looked very, very organised today. Pretty much looked like two totally different teams. There were points where Sileby Rangers were, you know, a little bit mismatched at the back, and we were able to pounce on that. But I feel like you played quite a prominent role in, you know, pulling off some good saves, that one off the line and everything, but also keeping the lads all together.
Yeah, that's it. In games like that, when we dominate the ball, it's what we said before the game. The gaffers got us in and said, listen, on our home pitch, we have to keep the ball at all times, keep passing, keep moving, and that's what we did. And then they got the red card, and it was quite easy for us to just sit back and say, you know what, we've got the 3 points, job done. So that's my role. I know that I'm not going to have much to do, especially against 10 men, so I just try and stay switched on by trying to organise as much as I can.
Yeah, let's talk about your role there actually, because when we go in 3-0, you know, many would say the game's probably dead and buried. Yeah. But again, you've just said there, you've got to keep your mind ticking and everything, and to pull off that save on the line. How do you go about keeping yourself, you know, focused while things aren't really going?
Well, I just try and talk as much as I can because it keeps me concentrated. It is very easy, especially as a goalkeeper, to switch off. You can go 10, 15, 20 minutes without touching the ball, but like you saw there, they had a chance towards the end where I have to be switched on, and I managed to pour it onto the bar and then get it off the line to maintain the clean sheet. Because we said at half time, if we can, even against 11, if we concede in this, then we'll be really disappointed. We have shipped the odd one goal here and there against teams, even after winning. So the clean sheet was massively important today.
And again, clean sheet massively important. But let's talk about the 4 goals. Pretty much a goal from every single position on the pitch: defence, attack, and midfield. How important is it to have players that, I mean, we know that we've got those players, but how important is it to showcase the fact that we've got players in pretty much every single position that are capable of popping up with a goal?
It's massively important. You saw today how fluid we are. We can go off the left, off the right, through the middle. We've got loads of options, the whole squad, a really good squad, and we've gelled really well, to be honest, because we've got a few new players in, but we've still got the main core from last season, and it's important. So, like you said, we popped up with goals from all over the pitch today, and it's massively pleasing for us.
And I just want to move on to obviously the upcoming games. We've got a bit of a break now from league action, 2 cup games, Dudley Town, Birmingham Senior Cup, and then of course Drumfield away in the League Cup that we've got there. So what are your thoughts ahead of those ones? Do you know much about the two sides?
I know a bit about Dudley. I've played them before, a couple of years ago for Hinckley. They've got good setup. I know a couple of lads who have played there as well, and I know that their gaffer, to be fair to him, is very professional, and he's on it with his whole squad. So I know they'll be well organised, tough to beat. That'll be a really tough game. As for Drumfield next Saturday, I can't lie, I don't have a clue about them. So we'll go there, same mindset, winning mentality, and keep it ticking.
Well, Brandon, congratulations on the clean sheet. I think Blake mentioned there that it was probably your first one at home this season. I don't know how accurate that is.
I think we got one against Moulton as well, so it could be the second at home, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
a clean sheet's a clean sheet, so we'll
That's
take
mate.
it.
Keep ticking them off. Top man.
Absolutely, mate. Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Cheers.